Hi there, welcome or welcome back to Elevate Wellness. I am Coach Latanya. I have over 20 years in the fitness and wellness space, and every day I help people online achieve their health and wellness goals through programs, products, and services. All right, so this week we're going to be talking about exercise and how exercise can help to alleviate stress belly. So if you want to know more, stay tuned. We often look at working out or exercise with diet, but we exclude the other parts of our being, our emotions, as well as our spiritual, the emotional part of us, as well as the spiritual part of us. And oftentimes, when we omit those two pieces of ourselves, we are still void in some areas. Sometimes when I'm working out or I'm just spending time being still, I'll move my body, but not to music, just to what I feel in my spirit or what I feel in my heart at that time. So it could be some movement meditation, and I may share that in other videos down the road. But whatever I feel is on my heart, whatever Creator is saying to me, or however I am receiving that, all of my being begins to participate in that moment instead of just doing an exercise, okay? So all exercise is movement, but not all movement is exercise. I recommend moving daily, 25, 35 minutes, going outside in nature, walking, just observing the trees, the birds, listening to the sounds. Getting that sun, that vitamin D is important for feel good. This vitamin D helps with emotional health as well as immunity. A lot of great benefits from vitamin D. So getting outside doesn't necessarily need to be exercise, but movement every day is something that I recommend. It is good medicine for all of us. Working out 5 and 6 times a week, and we are experiencing stress belly or hormonal imbalance, that can put more stress on the body and cause it to be the stress levels to become even more elevated. Okay, when cortisol is elevated, insulin is also elevated, and so you may find that you are ravenous and you're craving all these foods. And I've heard this before. I've fallen into this trap before. That, okay, I worked out and I know I must have burned a lot of calories because I'm starving. I can't get enough to eat. Although it is natural and good for your appetite to be increased the next day after a workout, if you find yourself ravenous where you are eating like a lot more food, then that's something you want to look at. If I'm experiencing stress belly, if I'm underslept, if I'm going through a lot right now and I'm doing these intense workouts, am I feeling ravenous because I'm going through a level of stress? Perhaps it's elevated my cortisol or my insulin levels. We need to kind of look at that. So you can do that by journaling or going into MyFitnessPal and looking at the workout you did, how many calories you did. And if you find that you are ravenous, instead of just a little increase or a little bump in your appetite, if you find that you're ravenous, I recommend maybe scaling back a few days or scaling back the time, okay? So there are ways that you can drive down the intensity of the workout by working out less days or working out more days, but 20 to 30 minutes. Once we get past that hour, for some people past that 45 minutes, definitely past that hour, going into an hour and a half, that's when the workouts can become more hazardous to your health. There was a study that I read, once we work out over an hour and a half, that workout actually becomes unhealthy for us. So it can be too much exercise. Your body is in a stress level or a stress state. You're going through something, you have a lot on your mind, you're not sleeping a lot, and you're increasing and you're pushing your body. There's very little time for recovery. Again, in this Western world, in America here, we take very little time to ourselves for our mental and our emotional, our spiritual health, and we are hardworking people. We're going out, we're spending all this time on our phones, on our laptops, very little time to unplug, very little time to connect with those that we love, very little time to connect with ourselves, and we find ourselves void because again, holistically, we've only covered two, which is exercise and diet. And so it's important that we look at ourselves as a whole being and not fragments of a being. So low impact exercises will be your best bet when it comes to helping to cope with stress belly or hormonal belly. Biking, swimming, walking. For some people, jogging. For myself, jogging was a little too much because again, I want to do more. I start enjoying it. I get those endorphins, and then I want to do a little bit more. So I needed to back off of that. But you need to, everybody is a little bit different. If jogging helps to kind of, if jogging helps you to kind of therapeutically zone out a little bit, then go ahead and do that, okay? For someone else, they might be a little bit too much, so kind of scale it back a little bit, maybe some walking, okay? Dancing is another great way. That's why you see me doing a lot of the dance videos, again, because if you've heard my story, all of the working out I was doing 5. I started out doing 6 days a week and then 5 days a week, and both of those days kept me inflamed. Around about Wednesday or Thursday, my body was still inflamed, my weight was elevated, and I can power through because I'm strong, but I realized that I'm powering through when my body is really not fully recovered like it needs to be. So now I do about 2 to 3 days of lifting, and I try to move every day. Now on the weekends, I give myself 1 day to completely be off, and another day I'm walking around, getting some steps in, but not really concerned about how many steps, just moving a little bit, okay? So dancing is another great way. It's fun, it's feel good, so that helps to bring down cortisol levels. It's low intensity as well, unless you're doing like break dancing or something like that. But dancing is really good, and if you enjoy dancing, you enjoy those types of workouts, you can stop by, check out any of my walking workouts. There's some dancey moves in there that we do. It's fun. We keep it short and sweet, 20 to 30 minutes for the most part. And again, and the reason why we do that is to keep you in zone 2, which is fat burning, help to improve your overall well-being, but also help to release body fat. We don't really do intense workouts because you'll need to be fueled for that, which means you're gonna have to make sure that you're getting some protein or some carbs in there in order to participate in that level of workout. We keep it at a level where your body's using body fat storage for energy. So you could potentially do these exercises fasted, many of those exercises fasted. So if you're one who participates in intermittent fasting, you can try those walking workouts, and they will help to kind of get in a little bit deeper. And rebounding is another great way. Now, if you're not familiar with rebounding is when you are doing exercises on the trampoline. When I was experiencing overtraining syndrome or adrenal fatigue, I did a lot of rebounding. I have a trampoline. I love doing it, and it did help me. I found that I could do 20 minutes. It was fun, and it's jumping on the trampoline for about 20 minutes to music, and it really helped my body to feel better. And it also helps too with the jumping. You're compressing the organs, so it's like contracting those organs and getting those toxins from the body, from the organs into the lymph system, and that helps the body to really drain out or remove toxins from the body. So rebounding, dancing, biking, jogging for some people, swimming, all of those types of movements or exercises are low impact exercises that can help to improve your overall well-being and reduce cortisol levels. If you enjoy more dancing type movements, then I recommend doing the type of movements that you feel best at. Deep breathing is another way that you can help to calm the body down. I also practice breathing exercises or breath work. And I would do that on my rest and digest days a lot of times. So in the beginning of my not feeling well with adrenal fatigue, I was not able to do any exercises. I did some stretching, and that was about it. Okay, I did some stretching, and I felt so much better. marketably better. I would feel, I would do a stretching session, maybe 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, and I would feel about 40% better after the first session. And that was because of my nervous system. My nervous system needed repair. My body needed repair. So I find that the movements, the meditation, really helped me to bounce back a lot quicker. I wanted to do the strength training. I wanted to do the jumping and the slamming and things like that. It left me exhausted. It left me worn. It left my appetite like surging through the roof, and there was no losing weight at that point. So I'm sharing with you my experience. This may be different for you, but play around with it and see what works best. Now, when it comes with the deep breathing exercises, I did square breathing. So square breathing is when you take a deep breath in, you exhale out, you take an exhale, you breathe in, and then you exhale out. So it's square breathing. So you're breathing in for 4, out for 4, in for 4, out for 4. All right, you ready? Let's go ahead first. You're going to bring those shoulders back and down from the ears, back and down from the ears. All right. Do that a few times. Allow your body to just relax. I like to open up the palms, just relax them on the thigh, fingertips nice and loose, your face nice and relaxed, and here we go. All right, so we're going to go in through the nose, out through the mouth, 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 and relax. Just sit there for a few moments. Check in with your shoulders, check in with your neck, check in with your hands. Do you have a tight grip? Are your hands nice and relaxed? Check in with your mouth, the corners of your mouth. Check in with your seat. And relax. So you can do that for a few times, and it really helps to bring down the body, helps to bring down those stress levels, helps to bring down that tension that you may feel in your neck and in your head. You can do that in your car, during your lunch break. You can do it before you go to work. You can do it, go to the restroom when someone is working your nerves at work. You can do that at any time, practicing breath work. I found for myself that it was highly beneficial because that was a time in my life when anxiety was through the roof, and I'd never experienced anxiety to that level before. So breath work definitely worked for me. A great way to nourish those cells with oxygen, and also to energize our bodies as well. Breath work is also an exercise. So on those days that you are doing maybe some recovery, perhaps you were underslept, perhaps you have a stressful day, then you don't necessarily need to participate in those grueling workouts. Definitely not the intense workouts, because your blood pressure can be elevated just from being underslept. I recommend doing a more graceful, maybe some walking in nature, or you can work on some breath work and nourishing your body with whole foods. Skipping rope if you want. Now what I found is that skipping rope is fun, another fun exercise, but I recommend doing maybe 10 to 20 minutes, no more than that. Because you can go into overdoing it and causing more impact on the joints, more stress on the body, and so then the benefits start to decrease the longer you do it. We really focus on the six-pack, the striations, this particular look of fitness, but fitness is really a tool that we use to achieve wellness. And so if your body is stressed, it's not, I don't advise pushing your body to the limit to where you can barely get out of bed because you're so sore, muscles broken down. That's not a really good direction if wellness is your goal. I like to call movement medicine because it can really bring, promote health, promote well-being, promote feel-good hormones within the body, clarity, performance is increased or improved, brain function is improved. Those are all benefits from just moving your body, okay? So if stress belly has been something that you've been experiencing, you can participate in exercises, but I recommend doing more of the low impact exercises and maybe try 2 to 3 times a week. Pair that with some walking workouts or walking in nature or both. Feel it out, see what works best for you. Continue to do so until your body says, hey, I need to do a little bit more. My question for you is, have you experienced stress belly or hormonal belly? What exercises have you found work best for you? All right, so thank you for joining me today. If you've not already subscribed and you enjoyed this content, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so the next time I upload a video, you will be among the first to be notified. And to everyone who's already subscribed, again, I thank you so much for joining me here. And I hope and pray that these videos are serving you well and helping you elevate wellness on your journey. All right, until next time, live beautiful.